This era is the Terence Crawford era.
This is the biggest fight I feel like in boxing right now.
Hello friends! On July 29th, a long-awaited event in the welterweight division will take place. A fight between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. This match will not only be one of the most anticipating encounters in the world of boxing, but also determine the undisputed champion of this weight category. To recap, Crawford holds the WBO belt, while his opponent holds the championship belts from the IBF, WBC, and WBA versions. These boxers are undeniable talents with impressive achievements. Both boxers have a perfect record, with Spence at 20-0 and Crawford at 39-0.
Both guys are undefeated. Both guys seem like they're on top of their game. Both guys are hard workers. Finally, the best is fighting the best at welterweight, which makes me very happy.
Errol Spence Jr., known for his powerful attacking technique and devastating body shots.
Far Carlos Ocampo saying he's gonna go quietly into the good night.
Who else? Errol Spence. He's a hell of a fighter.
Terence Crawford, considered one of the best boxers of our time, is known for his technical skills, craftiness in the ring, and ability to exploit an opponent's weaknesses.
The body punches. 28.
Love Terence Crawford.
Both boxers possess unique styles, and their skills and physical preparation make this fight unpredictable and thrilling. These two famous Americans have wanted to meet on a ring for 5 years, but there was always something getting in the way. Promoters couldn't find common ground, TV networks didn't offer the necessary fund, and once, Spence miraculously survived a serious accident. This confrontation promises to be unforgettable and could go down in the boxing history as one of the greatest fights of this era.
This is a legendary fight. This is definitely an old school fight.
July 29th, so y'all can witness greatness.
Crawford is 2 years older, 4 centimeters shorter, but he has 5 centimeter longer reach. Terence Crawford boasts an impressive record of 39 victories without a single defeat. He is ranked among 3 top boxers in no pound-for-pound rankings, regardless of weight category. In 2017, he became the first boxer in last 13 years to become an undisputed champion and hold all 4 belts, following the footsteps of Bernard Hopkins, who achieved the same feat in 2004. Crawford has won world championships in 3 different weight categories. He has finished his last 10 fights prematurely, with none of his welterweight opponents lucky enough to hear the final bell.
Taking it up the gears.
He embarked on his journey in the welterweight division in June 2018 against the WBO champion Jeff Horn, who took the title from the sports legend Manny Pacquiao. In 9 rounds, the American completely demolished his opponent and became the new champion.
Uppercut lands. Crawford on the attack. That's it. It's over.
Crawford defended his title 6 times against strong opposition. Terence Crawford is truly considered one of the most technically equipped and versatile boxers in the world. He possesses a high boxing intelligence, allowing him to adapt to different opponent styles and find gaps in their defense. His versatility is evident in his ability to effectively box from both orthodox and southpaw stances.
Do you favor either of them?
Yeah, I do favor Crawford. I mean, but that's my personal opinion, you know, just by styles.
While Crawford may not possess the most outstanding physical strength and speed, he compensates for it with his intelligence and analytical thinking. He can read his opponents, find their weaknesses, and exploit them to his advantage. He comfortably boxes at long range and is not afraid to engage in exchanges. A perfect example is his fight against Egidius Kavaliauskas. After feeling out his opponent in the first round, Crawford didn't hesitate to trade blows with the athletic Lithuanian until the victorious end.
Let's watch how he does it here. One punch. That's it.
Terence Crawford may not be the physically strongest or fastest fighter, but he compensates for it with his intellect. When trailing on the scorecards, Crawford found an opening in Sean Porter's defense and knocked him out.
Terence Crawford has just stopped Sean Porter.
In his fight against Kell Brook, Crawford adapted to the style of bulky Brit and skillfully caught his opponent with a right straight.
28 right here.
This fight is also
Thundering in. Look at Crawford. Vicious attack to close it.
I think after seeing their fight, Porter and Crawford, I think you've got to lean towards Crawford now, but styles make fight.
His punches are difficult to predict and even harder to withstand until the decision. The bout with Jose Benavidez was a closely contested battle until Crawford made adjustments in his combination knocking out Jose. Overall, Terence Crawford is a boxer who combines technique, intellect, and punching power. His versatility, intellectual approach to the fight, and ability to deliver knockouts make him one of the greatest boxers of the modern era.
Who was Terence Crawford in that era?
Nobody.
Terence.
Nobody. I feel like my style is different.
My pick has always been Terence Crawford. I think he's more versatile. I think he brings so much more to the table than Errol Spence. And I think he's going to take advantage of some of the holes that I see in Spence's offense. So my pick is Terence Crawford.
But Errol Spence, like I said, I told you guys about Errol Spence a long time ago. I told you guys he's a hell of a fighter, and that guy gave me some good work, and I needed that. We need guys like this in the sport of boxing.
Errol Spence has an impressive boxing career and an impeccable professional record of 28-0. He has always been a favorite and has never been an underdog in any of his fights, including his first championship bout against Kell Brook. In his fight against Kell Brook in 2017, Spence looked very good and was able to stop the fight prematurely in the 11th round, capturing the IBF championship title.
The eye against Errol Spence, but he's gone down on one knee. It is all over.
He successfully defended his title against Lamont Peterson and Carlos Ocampo.
Fresh, he's throwing more punches, he's a bigger guy. Oh.
And there he drops.
An important moment of his career was his encounter with Mikey Garcia in 2019. Garcia moved up 2 weight classes to challenge Spence, but failed to present a serious threat to the champion. The fight went a full 12 rounds, and Spence emerged victorious by unanimous decision.
The truth, Errol Spence. Errol Spence. Look at that in the last one. 30 seconds remaining in round 1.
He's breathing kind of heavy.
Oh, big left by Porter. 1 minute remaining and Errol Spence!
Unfortunately, shortly after that, Spence was involved in a serious car accident and was able to return to the ring after about a year. In December 2020, he successfully defended his title by defeating Danny Garcia by unanimous decision. His most recent fight took place in April 2022 against Yordenis Ugas, whom he defeated by technical knockout in the 10th round.
And this one is over!
Overall, Errol Spence is one of the most talented and dominant boxers currently. His professional record, victories over experienced opponents, and ability to come back after a serious injury make him one of the most respected and successful boxers in the sport.
He has a title, I have 3 titles, and this is for the undisputed, so I feel like this is a legacy fight.
The bout between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford is indeed generating a lot of interest among boxing fans. Despite initially being favored, the car accident he's involved in 2019 raised serious doubts about his career. However, Spence was able to successfully return to the sport and demonstrated an impressive victory over Yordenis Ugas in his last fight. Spence may not be as technically skilled as Crawford, but he possesses strength and athleticism. His style is based on pressuring power punches. Sometimes he lacks fluidity and can be caught before delivering his punches, but he compensates for it with his volume punching and endurance. His style is straightforward and effective.
Crawford is going to have a lot of room to counter, or not a lot of opportunities to counter, because Spence is going to be in there trying to work his body.
Like I said before, I feel like Spence is the bigger welterweight. He's the bigger, stronger guy. He throws a lot of punches. He's You know, he's stronger, he's physically stronger.
Although Spence has a limited arsenal of techniques, his strength and tenacity are impressive. He moves forward, applies pressure, and utilizes power punches to the body and head. None of his opponents have been able to find a weakness in his pragmatic style. The meeting between Spence and Crawford will be a true clash of two top boxers.
I respect both. For me, more close style and Crawford style.
Crawford, with his technical skills and intelligence, poses a serious threat to Spence. However, despite being the underdog, Spence possesses strength, endurance, and a straightforward style that could bring him success in his bout. The fight is scheduled for July 29th under the roof of the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, USA. The broadcast will be on the Showtime network, and according to insider information, the losing fighter will have the option to activate the rematch, close within 30 days after the match. It is claimed that both fighters are guaranteed to receive more than $10 million. Terence Crawford is a technical and skillful boxer, capable of turning the tide of the fight even in difficult situations. Spence, on the other hand, has never found himself in such situations because he doesn't give opponents as much space and opportunities to score points. However, Crawford is indeed aging, and that can be observed in his recent fights. If he were younger, he might not have had to constantly find a way to come back in a fight after a rough start. Honestly, he was losing the beginning of fights against Porter, Brook, and Kavaliauskas. The difference in athleticism between them is significant. Additionally, Spence doesn't tire by the end of the fight and maintain his endurance. Crawford will try to target Spence and may land a few heavy blows. However, the problem for Crawford is that Spence can take the punches well even after the accident. He hasn't lost the strength of his chin and can withstand heavy hits without significant consequences. What do you think? Who will emerge victorious in this fight? Share your opinion in the comments.